20 in approximately 6 months. See, we had more memorial service outfits than fancy dresses. Mastered the etiquette of funerals before the art of dating. 1. Sarah Reed. Blonde hair, blue eyes, bombshell. She was beautiful. Past tense. Lost control of her car in the middle of the night and scattered it with blocks behind her. Her mother stumbled upon the scene by accident, recognized pieces of her own car and knew that thing on the stretcher had to be her daughter. That is not normal. At graduation, I watched as my classmates and I clapped for her and her sister as her sister. Walked across that stage to accept her diploma to a standing ovation. I assure you, that is not what numb sounds like. We were echoing her absence. No became necessary. Number 2, Ifani Michael Eza. 16-year-old Nigerian genius with a smile that could have healed strangers. He loved soccer. Maybe because he was such a team player, he said, "Coach, I'm trying to breathe and it seems like I just can't do it right anymore. Help me." But he couldn't. 16 years old in natural causes is not natural. I have a scar for him. Embedded in my flesh like a patchwork blessing, it's peeled to open. Every time I hear the word epiphany, the phrase "that's a little iffy," or the song about the 21st of September, I remember number 3, Tomas Malero Smith, young Latino man from Oakland. Shared psych class Tuesday mornings. He was not what numb looked like as he looked outside of himself and saw other people. He worked within his community for positive change. See, he understood the dangers of this decay that you mentioned. I didn't know him too well, but I knew his story too often. He was at a friend's house when the car pulled up asking, "What gang are you repping?" because he was Latino, wearing fitted jeans and a white tee, and he was expected to remain numb, but he didn't want any of that. He knew to run, but by the time they pulled that gun, it was over. His friend made it to safety. I heard he met the garage door. Heard he had to wear a hat at his funeral just because his mother wanted to see his face one last time. That is not normal. These 3 backgrounds that couldn't have been more different stood side by side to paint for me how similar conclusions are, to prove that loneliness and emptiness thaw in the embrace of loved ones. See, sometimes we let you believe that we are blind so we won't have to explain to you how many things we've seen, but know this. We will never become the numb you speak of. We have noticed every missing link like a chipped tooth, felt every crying mother like a bruised shoulder, and maybe we are just a little numb like you say. But that's only on the outside. To get by in this cold world, because I do believe that at our cores we are beyond conscious. Sometimes so much that it scares us right back into sleeping, only so we can dream again of the times when all these voids were filled instead of just remembered.